Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of PTD6. Let's continue with the beginner maps, as always using no monkey knowledge. In this gameplay, in End of the Road, I'm gonna show you the best strategy so far that I've seen in another YouTuber, and it's gonna be involving the Druids of the jungle and spamming the activated abilities to get more cash in the round, and you get the more of it when you have farms around it. Now in this gameplay I'm gonna show you this farming method so that you can learn it, but at the same time I would really want you to show you the Vengeful Temple, but because I have monkey knowledge deactivated, I will not be able to show you the Vengeful Temple, but nonetheless I'm gonna show you here exploring the fact I'm gonna get a ton of cash. I'm gonna show you the other 5th upgrades for the Super Monkey. So in this video I'm gonna show you a maximum true Sangha temple, so a maxed out temple, plus the anti-Bloon and the Legend of the Night all together. Well, actually I've showed you I think anti-Bloon in another map, so I'm gonna just show you the Legend of the Night. And therefore, yeah, those are gonna be the things that I'm gonna get in this gameplay, the Tier 5 upgrades. And hopefully I will be able to show you as well some other upgrades like the Saboteur, maybe the Total Transformation and some other stuff. So, let's just start here this gameplay just by placing a ninja right here, and just letting my attack and do its job. I'm gonna just switch it to strong for the beginning of next round, and that should guarantee that now I should be able to pop most of these Bloons. So the strategy going with farms and Druids of the jungle is pretty much that you go farms without upgrading them. So I'm gonna just upgrade the first like 3 farms that I'm gonna place to 0, and that's it. So I'm not gonna upgrade them further early game, because I'm gonna get as fast as possible the first Druid of the jungle, the jungle's bounty, this one right here, and therefore from the position of the farms I'm gonna try to place the farms like around an area, and then I'm gonna try fill that area with a lot of Druids. And so the Druids are gonna be able to have multiple farms inside of their range, and that should definitely make me get about like 1k, 1.5k, maybe more of cash for each Druid, for each activated ability. And yeah, that is gonna be why with this strategy you're gaining so much more cash than normal, and that's why I'm gonna be able to get here a true Sangha temple before round 100, and I'm gonna be able to as well show you other pretty expensive Tier 5 upgrades just because of that. So I'm gonna place a Zilly here so that she can start to level up. And in strong she's gonna have camo detection and lead popping power, so in this way now I can pop leads, I can pop everything, camo and even camo leads. So with this I'm pretty much done in terms of weaknesses of the towers, and now starts the real strategy. Now unfortunately, to be able to do things correctly and having enough cash, and not only enough cash, but like being able to upgrade the Druids before the round starts, so that you can get the maximum profit from the abilities, so they can start charging up and so on. This video is gonna be quite long, but I believe that just by seeing here in slow motion how I do everything, you're gonna be able to understand a lot better how this works. So that's the first farm for round 20. It's pretty early, so I like it. Here, oh yeah, this is in first. Okay, I'm gonna just get the ninjas first, so I'm sure that no Bloons are sneaking through here. 100 farm. Should still be able to destroy this round pretty well. Azeli is as well leveling up, so she's getting stronger and stronger. Now, unfortunately, the bad thing about having like a lot of farms 200 or even later on just like 00 0, so without any upgrade, is gonna mean that you're gonna drop a lot of these bananas and you're not gonna pick them up. And so that's why what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just like obviate the rule of not getting powers just for this gameplay, just to have things work like better for me. And so I'm gonna just get a farmer so I can gather as well the cash coming out of these farms 000, and in that way I can like do everything correctly, right? Okay, so right here, boom. Right now I'm gonna first place the first 3 farms that I want, 200. And then I may get the druid and then the farmer, so it's gonna be quite a while until I can actually afford the farmer and I can place it. But you can see here that a 301 ninja and the Zilly that is right now level 6 can defend almost perfectly. And yeah, here I'm just placing farms as close as I can to one another. That's an important factor, because in that way you can fit more druids inside. You can have the druids have more farms inside the range, and that's of course good. So those 3 farms, that's the only 3 farms that will get 200. All the other ones, I'm gonna just place them to like increase the cash that I get from the druids jungle's bounty, and that's it. The only thing I'm gonna need to do though before doing that is actually getting this ninja upgraded. I think for this round or for next round, because of the fast pings I may need to, okay, no, but yeah, I was pretty close. So here for next round, the pings, I may need to get something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the alchemist that I would need anyway for round 40, and I'm gonna drop it right here just to buff a little bit the ninja and to damage as well these fast pings. And that should be all I want to, all I need to pop these pings. Just be careful here about the last rush. And yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I need the ninja. Yeah, of course. Here we go. So 401 ninja, pretty much needed for these rounds. Now I wanna place here a druid, so I can start like thinking about the range and how to place the other ones. So the first one I can place it like here. Okay, so I'm gonna place the farmer on top of this druid, so right here should be a pretty good spot, pretty huge range. And now I don't have to worry anymore about the collecting the banana, see? So now I have like, I can relax a little more, upgrade the other towers, and I can still collect the bananas at the same time. So 6k, the amount of cash that you need to get the druid 040 to have the activated ability. And now just for round 40 to be able to pop the move up with this defense, I'm gonna just get the alchemist here 300, and that should be enough. Azili totem, you cannot use it in Impoppable or okay, I almost restarted that round. You can use it because you have just one life, and because it consumes lives, you can't use it. Now the cool thing about this strategy is as well, when you start getting like a ton of druids, you get as well the druid of the jungle. So you're gonna entagon while Bloon, and you're gonna crush it up to 1 ceramic. And that means that you can pretty much, when you start having like more than 10-15 druids, you start destroying a lot of Bloons in this way. So that's the first druids of the jungle, jungle's bounty, and you can see here the ability recharging. And now I have 3 farms around this druid, and you're gonna be seeing now how much cash I get from this one. Here, 650. So that's already like a little more than 1/10 of the cost of the 4th upgrade, so that's not bad, right? And you can see the recharge depends on the length of the round. So the longer a round is, the more times you're gonna be able to use this ability, just because of how it's like made. And here, always try to use the ability as fast as you can, and that's it. And now I'm gonna start building the second druid. These druids have all the farms like in range, and so I don't really care about upgrading the range of the druid. But then later on, increasing the range is gonna also mean that these druids are gonna have more farms in range, and so their activated ability is gonna be even more worth. It's gonna be even more powerful. Alright. And again, here remember getting the druids placed like pretty close to one another, so you can exploit more the passive. And here is when you start placing like these farms, and you just start placing them one on top of the other one without upgrading them. So I'm gonna get one here, for example. Alright. And now I'm gonna increase this range of the druid. So now, because of the range of the druid it's bigger, it's gonna also include more farms around it. Remember that the range of which you get the extra cash is not the actual range of the druid, but it's about twice as much. So like this druid is getting more cash from all this range, more or less. And so yeah, that's very good. So I'm going to increase the range of this one as well. And from now on, all the druids that I'm going to place are going to have this characteristic of first going 0-4-0, and then getting them 0-4-1, so upgrading the range, but after getting the ability. And you can see right here that I'm already getting a lot more of cash from these druids. You can see here 1.250, and that's why this strategy is the best one to get a ton of cash, because it's incredible how fast you get the cash that you upgrade on the druids, and you get a lot more of it. So here I actually have one farm that is, oops, oh, I can't place a farmer right here. Oh yes, I can. Okay, let's drop it right here. That's very unfortunate though, because there is room, but this thing on the top side appears. Okay, I'm gonna just drop it right there to collect again all the cash. And here clicking the druid's abilities, and you can still use the abilities even with a druid on the page on, so you can upgrade it right away as you get the cash. And that's why you go slower, because you need to like take your time placing the druids, placing as well the farms, and as well having a defense to survive. Remember, the defense if you lose, you just have one life, so you cannot really afford to just spend everything on the druids. You need to spend something on your defense as well. And yeah, that's just my opinion. All right. So 5 druids, each one of them right now is getting me around 1.2k. This one, so probably these top ones that have the top farms as well, yeah, 1.4 this one, so definitely not bad. And I'm just getting here more farms around to get more of this cash. Actually, here I have some druids, some farms out of range, so I'm gonna just get one more farmer right there. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place a super monkey that's gonna be the true Sangha temple. I'm gonna just place it to be sure that I can survive these rounds without dying. So that's important, of course, not dying. And yeah, that's the only thing that I'm gonna do. And right now it's all about getting the druids upgraded and getting the farms and getting more druids and getting the abilities and so on. So it's like one thing after the other one, and yeah, that should work. And here I'm trying as well to use like the abilities as fast as I can, of course. So whenever I have the abilities up, I want to use them, but as well, because I'm upgrading stuff in the round, I might not be as effective like by getting them. And you start stacking the cash very fast, so all the cash that you get, spend it on getting more farms and more druids. That's the goal. And with this defense, you should survive also the BFB, so no problem. Alright. And for round 63, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get the super monkey. I'm gonna get a Sangha, just to be sure of having more damage, but at the same time just preparing for the temple. Alright, getting more and more druids here. The more you get, the more you can use the ability and the more cash you can get. You can see like that in one round I'm earning about 12k cash in each round. And yeah, that's just the power of this strategy. Alright, now upgrading the farms, remember? You don't need to upgrade them, you just need to place them. I'm gonna get one here as well, should have enough room. Alright, so I'm gonna just fill here all these left, this room left with druids. And that should work. Oh yeah, I thought. Alright. And you can see here right now that I'm getting some 2k from some druids, 2.3k from some other ones, depending on how many farms they can get into the range. So that is what happens. That is what changes pretty much. So I got here a Sangha, perfect. The Sangha, the Ninja, and Azili are getting buffed by the Alchemist, so that's all I want. And here at the end of this round, I'm gonna get the. Actually, I can get here knockback as well. Why not? This round is pretty long, so yeah. See, just in one round, how much cash I got. and I haven't even like got all the druids that I could get. And it can get even better. So now after I finish up getting as many druids as I can here. Oops, I got a second upgrade there. Not really necessary. I saw a spot. Okay. Can I get something here? No. Here. Okay. So I can fit a farm here, so let's place a druid instead. So remember placing farms around a group of druids. So that's the best thing to do. So in that way you are exploiting the fact that you have a lot of druids, so you have a lot of activated abilities, but at the same time you have activated abilities that give a lot of cash. So one more farm right here. Okay, that works. Azil is level 10, so I have now mob axe as well. And you can see here, beginning of round 65, see that only the druids and the vines are destroying the Bloons. So the Bloons are not even entering because all the vines from all the druids are popping them. And that's why with this strategy, you don't need a lot of defense, because the druids themselves, the vines are gonna damage the Bloons. Alright, now another one right here. Yes, another one. Another one. And let's get some druids here in the middle. So a second group of druids. I got the range of this one, yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna get all this top portion of the map full of druids and jungle and farms, so I can really exploit all the spots and all the the room that I have. And I still have a lot of cash here to go, so I can really spam these druids. These ones right here do not have a lot of farms like these ones around, so they're gonna give me a little less cash total, but yeah, that should work anyway. One more, and I can even get some farms there, like right here. Right, just one maybe, just to increase those druids, those bottom druids. Getting here, farmer, another one, just to collect. Alright, and now I'm gonna move here to this top left side. Let's get also camo detection from this Sangha, just in case I need more of that. And just continue here with the druids. I know that it may be like pretty boring to watch, especially, but this is necessary if you want to really exploit the druids, and you're gonna have as much cash as possible. Alright. I'm gonna get more farms here in the left side. Actually, I don't need to have anything in range of this super monkey because I don't want anything to like be sold or be sacrificed. So let's get just one here. Okay, that works. Oh yeah, I need another like farmer for these farms in the left. Okay, that should be enough, I think. So let's get one more right here. Okay, one more druid I think can place here out of range of this super monkey. Yeah. And that's it. So now this is like all my druids. I can still have more here down, but I'm gonna just keep it this way, so simple. And now at the second part of the strategy is like getting all these like farms to banks. Now first of all I'm gonna get a monkeyonomics here. So I'm gonna wait until I have enough cash to have a 250 farm, and that's gonna be yet another activated ability that I'm gonna be able to use. That is gonna allow me to get even more cash in the round without having to get back any cash here. So it's without interest, so you don't lose cash. Okay, and that's the first thing. And then second thing is just now start getting all these to banks. So 230 farms. Okay, and therefore on top of the farm that you get from the druids, you get the farm from the banks. Now another thing though that I probably forgot to do before getting these farms is getting a submarine 500. A submarine 500 is important because it's going to reduce the cooldown of the abilities, so you can spam more abilities, especially the druids one. And just by like being able to use them more often, you get more cash at the end of the day. So that's why I think getting a submarine, if you can, it's like a must. And here just getting more and more banks until you have pretty much all the farms that you have in the map, until you have them all to banks. That's your goal. And always spamming in the round abilities. You can see that I'm like using the abilities one after the other one because I have so many druids that it's almost permanently I'm using one of the abilities from one of them. Whenever I have some like some time, I can get some of the farms upgraded. You can see that especially in the rounds that are very long, you can see how much cash you actually can get in just one round. You get around like 100k in terms of cash just in one round if the round is long enough. So it's an insane amount of cash. And that's it. So that's all banks. Alright. So now going auto start once again. And around 75, so you can see that I've finished all my druids and all my banks plus the 250 farm. 455, so that's not bad. And you can see that some druids are getting, especially these middle ones, are getting like 2k cash, some of them 2.3k. Some other druids placed in like worse spots are getting a little less, but nonetheless you can see that like the cash that I'm getting in the round, you can see like the total cash here, like it's increasing by a ton in each round. And you can see that I'm defending perfectly, so I'm not even like struggling against these rounds. I'm able to add everything with just one Sangha 302, an alchemist 400, Azele, and a ninja 401. And you can see that right now I'm about 420k cash, and therefore means that the next step is getting the first temple. So I can already I start getting the sacrifices now. And the sacrifices for the temple, or the cooldown is there is a bug now with the cooldown. I can see like the clock thing. Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay, now it's back. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but the clock disappeared. Now after round 80, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pause the game again. I'm gonna explain you very quickly how the 4th upgrade of the Sun Temple works, the sacrifices and all the stuff, very quickly though, and then I'm gonna get it, and then most likely I'm gonna just need to wait just a little bit to get the. Okay, here we go, round 80, so I can just use the mob hacks here to destroy the oh my god, getting all the cash. So now this works like this. So the Sun Temple is gonna enhance its powers depending on which kind of tower you sacrifice. So if you sacrifice primary, military, magic, or support, what I like to do, because I like to get these temples like stronger and like in damage, normally I sacrifice primary. And to be able to unlock the fullest, so the biggest level of the temple with the highest damage, you need to sacrifice more than 50k in terms of the sacrifice. So the Bloon Crush is one of the examples. It's even more than 50k, so you could even like search for another upgrade that is like closer to the total cap. But remember, important, sacrificing more than 50k. Then sacrificing more than 50k on military, in this case just a Sniper 500 will do. And then between magic and primary, I prefer sacrificing primary, so in that way the temple gets stronger in damage and not in support. And therefore here I'm gonna just get here an Archmage. It should be enough here because 38.4k, 12k, it's already more than 50k, so if you consider all the other upgrades, it's more than 50k. And that's it. So the Sun Temple, even if you sacrifice support, is gonna only absorb 3 powers. And so yeah, let's do it. So heroes cannot be sacrificed, of course, for obvious reasons. And that's the first temple. Now I'm gonna still go here some rounds just to be able to like get enough cash, and then I'm gonna do the same for the true Sangha temple. The only thing that changes is the fact that it's like more expensive, and that this temple is gonna sacrifice, so you're gonna enhance it from all 4 categories, so primary, military, magic, and support. So that is what changes, so you get all the 4 benefits. And therefore if you sacrifice more than 50k cash worth of each category, you're gonna unlock the full potential of the true Sangha temple, and that's all you want, right? And you can see that the cash I'm actually getting by doing all this like little game, and now even collecting the bank's cash, it's like so much more than just going with banks, that it's actually ridiculous the amount of cash that you gain just by doing this. So this is the best income strategy that there is in the game, and I'm even using it with no monkey knowledge. So banks can hold more if you have monkey knowledge. You can save up as well some druids, some cash. You can also have the you can get the Banjaful temple, the true Sangha temple, and yeah, overall it's like a lot better. So what I'm gonna do here is gonna be the same, but now sacrificing more than 50k for each category. So again, the same 3 sacrifices that I did earlier, but then I'm gonna add support, and in this case I'm gonna just go with the middle path of the spec factory, and that's already enough cash to get the temple. Now I have other stuff in range of this temple. You can see I have this, maybe these 2 banks, and this other druid, but I think that's it. So this should be out of range, and therefore now I'm gonna just get the true Sangha temple. Remember, I cannot get the Vengeful because I have no monkey knowledge, and that's it. So that's the 5th upgrade, fully buffed, so with max sacrifices. And you can see that I still have a ton of cash to spare, and I even have all of this placed, so I can still have here and continue gathering the cash. And because of that, I'm gonna just do one quick thing here. That's gonna be getting the other super monkey that I needed to show you, the 5th upgrade. That is gonna be the Legend of the Night. That is very expensive as an upgrade, and so you don't want to really have it like normally. It's one of those upgrades that you normally don't get in a game unless you have like a ton of cash. And so let's get here 1, 2, 3. Okay, the temple is already 502. I don't really need the range of the temple because the temple can already attack the path from the very beginning. And so let's get the Legend of the Night right here. I'm gonna get it 205. It's better than going with more range. And here I can actually like not even collect the cash even more. I don't really need it. So what I'm gonna do instead is gonna be getting a range of this village that is giving even attack speed. Okay, can I sell this? Oh yeah, I can. Permabrew. So with a Permabrew you can buff the temple, you can buff all your towers even more, and that of course is what you want. So in this case I'm gonna buff the temple, I'm gonna buff the Legend of the Night. Here we go. And Azili, I think to be able to buff her, I'm gonna need here Heli to just move the support chain hook to just be able to move the Permabrew like right here in the top. And right now I could sell all of this, so I could sell all these druids, I could sell all these farms, I could collect even more like the cash here from the banks. You can see that the amount of cash is like a lot more than what you actually need. So let's see if it's gonna buff Azili. It should be, or maybe she already got buffed and I didn't notice. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well let's just sell now this Ace, well this Heli, and I'm gonna just unlock here Azili level 20 just by spending cash on her. And those are that's the Vengeful Temple, and that's the Legend of the Night. Unfortunately, you cannot really see the Legend of the Night in action because the temple is just destroying everything. You can even see like the Bloons spawning. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope that you guys could learn a new strategy, a new income strategy. Trust me, this one is by far a lot better than just going banks. You can see that the amount of cash that you get is insanely higher. And here, just saying 2 words about the Legend of the Night. I'm not really sure about how, because he has like a passive, but I'm not really sure how it works. So when you have a Legend of the Night and some Bloons leak, it's gonna like activate something that I haven't really checked out what that is, but it's gonna activate something that is gonna like reduce the amount of lives that you lose. It's something like that, or that is gonna like allow you to lose a certain amount of lives without actually losing lives. I don't really know how that works, but it's something like that. And yeah, you can see here these rounds, like very tough rounds, like round 96, 98, being destroyed, and you can't even see the Bloons, like not even spawning. And that's just the power of a maxed out true Sangha temple. And that's the BAD. The BAD is the only one that you can see a little bit the shape right here. But that's already the BAD layer gun, and boom, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.